Hi folks, welcome to my next Let's Play. It's Europa Universalis 3, Heir to the Throne. I apologize for messing that up. This is a real-time strategy game made by Paradox Interactive. And pretty much the background of it is choose any country you want within this time frame of 1399 to 1789. And you have your important, pretty much your bookmark dates, the important conflicts between those 2 years, and it gives you different like certain empires grow, certain countries fall, that kind of stuff. So it's good. It's a good game. It's real fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start in 1399 with Byzantium, and what my plan is to take out the Ottoman Turks, take out the Venetians at least out of Greece, also pretty much unite Greece under Byzantium rule, and also Anatolia under Byzantium rule, and do a little diplomacy here and there with the Georgians and the Russians, well, soon to be Russians, of pretty much Novgorod, Moscow, and hopefully. And figure something out later on after that. Maybe there's something with Moldavia and the other little Orthodox kingdoms of what would be Romania. Maybe expand to old Byzantine/Roman borders. And even expand into Egypt too. Probably make some not unite, but bring the kingdoms together with Ethiopia, and maybe even expand to across the lake to North America. So I don't know. We'll find out. But I definitely know I'm going to take out the Turkish kingdoms, unite Greece under Byzantium rule, and all that. So, but yeah, I think this should be interesting. It's going to be a highly unorganized game, but since this game is pretty unpredictable at what it does. So let's get started. Alright, here's what the map looks like. You get your different map modes down here: terrain, political, blah blah blah, religious. Here's the religions background. Got all these Catholics here. You got your Muslims down here in Grenada, all in Africa, except for Beirut, which is Catholic, which is kind of interesting. You got your Orthodox and Islamic conflicts here, since the Turks hold this area. And you got your trade, see all your trades. And what they added also in this compared to Europe, compared to the previous installments, is pretty much a concept. Let me try to find it. Can't really describe it right now. It's kind of like trade unions a little bit. There's some additional benefit. There are some benefits to that, but let's see. Well, let me find Venice. Get Venice. There's something in here. Oh, it's the trade leagues. Pretty much just like a bonus with the trade. I'll explain probably a little bit more about that later. Maybe, because what I'm going to also do is create a trade center later when I get the chance to do it. Also, I am going to try really hard not to cheat, considering I only have 49 ducats. My stability is down to a +1, and 6,000 troops with a max of 8,000. So this is going to be a really tough game when I face the Ottoman Turks. Extremely tough. But that's my pretty much my plan. And you got your cultural map mode. You know, here's your Turkish, here's your Greek, here's your Slavic, blah 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 type thing. Here's my sphere of influence, which is kind of cool. What it does is gives you a Casa Belli, pretty much on anybody who violates your sphere of influence. And you got your revolt map mode, which they didn't have before, which was kind of interesting. And you got your colonial map mode, which is if you can reach a certain area or not. Here's diplomatic. Here, what this does is pretty much shows you the historical claims that you have. So here's pretty much my claims. You can see here's my core provinces, which is the provinces I can have without having a any kind of revolt, like a nationalistic revolt or a patriotic revolt. So this should be an interesting game, to say the least. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it on here. Well, here's your overview. This is pretty much your main thing here. Shows you your mission, pretty much, or not your missions, but your the things you can, like, pretty much a Casa Belli. So we got a Reconquest Casa Belli against Anchia, Corfu, Naxos, things like that, because they have our provinces that we need. And we got a holy war against all infidels. So pretty much against anybody who's Islamic is what we can go after. We're in a trade league with Venice, sorry, whatever, Venice, same, pretty much the same thing. And we view Anchia, Euripus, Trebizond, and Georgia as our natural rivals, which is kind of interesting. And we feel threatened by the Ottomans because, well, they pretty much surround us. They surround our capital, so that's not a good thing. And they're pretty much bigger than us, so that's going to be interesting to deal with. But yeah, that's that part. And you got your advisors here. Here's your the emperor's name. And it varies from different governments that you have. Democratic, let's say president or whatever. Especially when your person dies, it's got like council, regency. It's pretty much a regency council. So that with that, you can't declare war on anybody until you have someone back. Pretty much your spending setup here. You can get loans. Here's different kinds of spending that you can do it. And here's your units where you can upgrade. And here's your religious actions you can do. Each can result in a certain consequence. Some are good, some are bad. And here's your religious tolerance towards different religions. Here's your form of government. You can change it each time you spend to a higher to a next level of government, where it says, okay, this is the type of government you unlocked. You can work your way up to that. National ideas, show a little bit about that later. Pretty much just gives you a bonus on certain things. Army tradition, you can recruit generals, conquistadors, which can go through the Terra Canada and convert your ruler to a general, which can be a good and bad thing. Your cultural decisions pretty much increases your prestige and loses your infamy, so that's a plus and minus thing. And here's some national decisions which again would have a certain bonus or drawback to it. So that's pretty much the gist of it right there. Over here we get your papacy. Since we're Orthodox and not Catholic, we can't join a papacy because just the whole religious differences between the two. Here's the Holy Roman Empire. We can actually join the Holy Roman Empire technically. And pretty much anybody can join the Holy Roman Empire as long as they're, I think, Catholic or Christian domination, because eventually later on the Protestants will come and rise to power in certain parts of Germany. So that's pretty much the gist of it. That's pretty much all of it as of right now. Right here we can change our sliders. That's part of the government part. Each has your own setup here. If I forgot to mention that. Got your land. It gives you a certain bonus towards that. So it's pretty strategic in not only the armies you deploy and where you deploy them, but also what you do that would affect that. So it's a awesome game. I would recommend it to anybody who would actually love to play strategy games. So in my next videos we'll get started with it. Until then, see you guys later.